Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm going to be posting ICT and smart money concept executions. So for today's recap, today is Friday, February 21st, 2025. I took 3 trades today. The first two were losing trades. They were both bullish bias, and the third one was a bearish trade, and it was the winner. So as you can see, market opens. We have the first presented fair value gap. That's a strategy that I use a lot, especially at opening bell. First presented fair value gap always presents after 9:31, not a minute before. So as you can see here, we invert that first presented fair value gap. So at first, my bias was bullish. There was a buy side liquidity area that I was very interested in going and taking. So I take my first trade, and as you can see, it takes me out of that trade pretty quickly. I'm very happy with that. I'd rather get out of a losing trade as soon as possible. And after that, I pretty much wait for a couple minutes. We also have news at 9:45 a.m. and at 10 a.m. They were both red folder, so I was expecting some volatility with those news. So I stayed hands off until after 10 a.m. news. After taking this short-term sell-side liquidity, price just stayed consolidating, pretty much doing nothing, consolidating in this range, waiting for 10 a.m. news, which happens with not much volatility as you're going to see. It just stayed pretty much in that same range. I was expecting just a little more volatility, but sometimes it is what it is. So hands off for now until I can see or find a structure that can create a PD array. Right after 10 a.m. news, I find myself with a small bullish structure. So, my bias being bullish, I decided to take a second trade going long again. And this trade, I end up cutting it early. I get out of the position manually, as you're going to see right now. And I decided to cut it at a 1R again. So, at this point, I am down 2R. After having losing two long trades, I start to think that my bias is wrong, so I decide to switch it. Here, as you can see, we have a balanced price range. We also have an inversion fair value gap, and as we are downtrending, I decide to take a short position. So we are respecting not only that bearish fair value gap, but we also are respecting, or the bodies are respecting, the bullish one. So I decide to take a short position for my third trade. Switching bias like this is something that to me personally is very hard to do. Thankfully, I was able to do it today, but let me know in the comments if it's something that it's pretty easy for you to do or if it's something that you struggle with. After I enter the position, I decide that I'm going to take two contracts off. I'm going to take two partials at those relative equal lows. So price pretty quickly goes to those partials. They take them off, and then after we're there, because I already took two losing trades, I decide that I want to secure as much profit as possible in this trade. So I go ahead and take one more off. So now I have two remaining. there is a bearish fair value gap, so I bring my stop loss to break even profit, covering my trade or covering my position with the structure. As you can see, price got pretty heavy after I entered the trade, and it just kept moving lower. There, I see that I'm very close to my take profit with my final contract. I had already taken another one in that large down candle. So I decided to move my stop loss even closer to price. There, I thought that maybe price was going to retrace at least to the body of that green candle. So I decided to move it above it. And then after that, it just pretty quickly goes to my take profit. So I went from being negative 2R to being positive 1.5R. So two losing trades, and then I corrected my bias, and then that third trade was a pretty good winner. I'm very happy with the execution. I feel like I entered at the right moment, and I also exited at a very good area. I was able to go from a losing day to a winning day, and I'm very happy with that. I want to give a huge shout out to Michael J. Huddleston, the creator of ICT. I encourage you to go to his YouTube channel at Inner Circle Trader and watch all his content. I know you will find it very helpful, as I do. And if you are thinking of starting your trading career, I recommend using a prop firm. A prop firm account instead of using your own money like your savings. This way you can get a feeling of how you're going to react to real market conditions, and you're not going to be putting your real money in danger. I personally use Apex Trader Funding and feel very happy with their firm. They have very good prices, and they also have great discounts. With the link that I'm going to leave in the description of the video, you can get 50% on your first $50,000 account. So I encourage you to go ahead and check out their program and let me know in the comment section which one you ended up choosing as your first account. Thank you all for watching, and remember to subscribe to my channel, like the video, and if you're feeling generous, leave a comment in the comment section. Thank you all for watching, and see you on the next trade.